FAS2000 systems are very easy to install and set up even if you've never done storage before. The instructions lead you with pictures through the process of getting the gear out of the box, installed into your racks, cabled correctly, and configured to serve data out to your clients. Today we're going to demonstrate the fourth step, completing the system setup. This part happens after you've cabled up your Windows client to the same network switch as your storage and installed some Windows software from a USB flash drive that's included in the box with the hardware. The first step is for system setup to find the controllers that we want to configure. It's called Discovery. Hit the button and we're prompted to turn on the power switches of the controllers, and we do that. System setup is now waiting for the controllers to boot, and as they boot, system setup gives out a temporary IP address, and it'll use that temporary IP address later to configure the other settings. There they are. Two rows showed up here, one for each of the nodes in my HA pair. They're both highlighted, and we'll set them up together. Next, we'll enter some configuration information for the names of the controllers, the DNS information, passwords, some IP addressing details, which are particular to a customer's environment. These are values that we can't figure out on our own, but will need to be supplied by you. For the parts of the HA configuration that are the same on both nodes, like the passwords and the DNS servers, system setup only prompts for them once. Others of the settings, like the IP addresses, need to have a different value on each part of the HA pair. You also notice at the bottom we show which of the network ports are connected to actual networks. Another way that we're helping make sure that you're going to end up with a setting that's going to work. As we advanced off of this page, system setup applies licenses, sets the configuration settings like I entered on the page, and then validates that it really is going to work. And it does that by having the storage system communicate out using the net mask and gateway that I entered to make sure that the DNS server is reachable from the storage system's point of view. Some of the configuration steps that come later require that the storage system have rebooted to commit some of these network settings, so we take care of the reboot now. Next, we enter some details about how the clients will access the data that's stored on this storage system. For Windows clients, that means we supply the credentials for the Active Directory domain that this system should be a part of, the name of the share, and how big the share should be. For NFS clients, we give the name of the export and how big the export should be. Note here that we're not asking about aggregates and how the disks should be assigned into pools. We'll take care of all that automatically. Now we'll apply these settings. System setup is using NetApp best practices for how to configure the pools of disks, the volume options to use for each of the different kinds of storage, turning on deduplication, turning on volume auto grow, turning on the right security styles. The point is we're going to get you running with NetApp's best practices without worrying you with a lot of those details. And that's it. The final page shows the configuration settings that I applied, how I access the new storage, and also includes some next steps that include registering with the support site and downloading System Manager for all of the other configuration tasks for this storage. System setup makes it easy for anyone to get your storage system up and running.